Alright. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. A hot minute. Since I've been live. It's been like 2 weeks. I've still been playing Magic, of course. I just don't. Generally, I like streaming. I don't perform too well. Like, you guys know that I'm not great on stream for whatever reason. Okay. I'm gonna consider. Maybe we mill over. Who knows? Consider first. It's a Yorion deck, because, I mean, anything that's playing Abundant Growth is Yorion deck. It could be those elemental money piles, which are very rough for us for this deck to beat. It's not, this is like a 2-3-3-2. It's not a, fun. But it's not a tier 1 S tier, like, it's not the most competitive deck. This is me kind of messing around, really. Um, just because it's a 1 mana spell, I think I want it. I'm not gonna Gutshot Ren. But we got a lot of cantrips. We can mill over quite a few cards. Like, I can Serum Visions to set up Phoenix. But I mean, with 47 cards, it will take not a literal miracle, but it'll take something to get the at least like 2 Phoenixes in the yard. Take some effort. Demi Lich is the other card we're running. Demi Lich costs 1 blue less for each instant or sorcery you cast. So like we can make a Demi Lich free. That's kind of annoying. Alright. Yeah, I think I just try to set up here. Top. That was spell number 1. I can do spell number 2. 3 and 4 if I go red red, and then I just at least blow up the Ren and 6. Maybe not the wisest thing, but Ren and 6 can get them lands back. I mean, they already have 5 lands, one that taps for any color. But I don't want them to consistently be doing that. So Let's get the Wren off the battlefield. They can't recur fetch lands. Unless they have another Wren, which it's not the end of the world if they do. As we at least prevented that one. This is a Fury. Yep. There's Phoenix. Well. We have one Arclight. We have two Demi-Liches. We have enough instant and sorcery spells with these three that we should be able to have a pretty nice turn next turn. At the expense of 6 damage here, and I mean, but they have 5 cards in their hand to our 4. So it just kind of depends on what the play here is. The thing about elementals are they can just, if this is straight up an elementals deck, just with Yorion versus Kihira, is that the elementals, those ETB triggers kind of get us. And then an important one, aka Solitude, has Flash. And that Flash is pretty brutal. Fury doesn't have Flash, but Fury can still wipe our board. Oh, he wished. So he got a card from out. So he got his Graveyard Hate. Yep, I see. Okay. On the one hand, you can say, oh, well, he's already gone through his Graveyard Hate. The Endurance is on the battlefield. You don't need to get rid of it. Yeah, but he's got Yorion as a companion. So he can Endurance anytime. Well, not anytime, but practically anytime he wants. Steve. Wish Part 2. If you want to see what the graveyard looks like popped out. I can't say I've seen Wish cast in the modern format, so that's a first for me. Giant. This is a Titan deck? What the hell Battle of Wits crap is going on that you're playing Titan with elementals? And Yorion. Maybe, I guess it's Scape Shift? But Yorion Scape Shift? I don't know why. Eesh. Okay. Oh, how much fun is that? Ugh. It's only 3 spells, so I can't Demi-Lich for free yet. Need to cast one more. Milling over 2 bolts actually is not great, because you can bolt the Fury down. That's the downside to milling over the 2 bolts and not getting bolt and maybe milling over a Phoenix. Then we'd have 2 Phoenixes. Okay. Well, do you have a bolt? So that's 7 damage. No fetching for me, if that's the case. Ouch. Another bolt, let me put it that way. Sorry, they have a bolt because they bolted the Phoenix down. And that they so much so they didn't want me to block. But I'd have held on to the bolt, attacked, and then seen where I blocked, and then you could decide whether you want to bolt or not. Because if I don't block, then you bolt my face and you win. Yeah. Yorion does Yorion things. I know that. Bounce the Fury for good measure, even though it doesn't do anything. I take it. Spell number 1. Spell number 2. Spell number 3. Spell number 4. And I'll give up on this red mana. Ooh, that's... Oh well. Yeah, I lose the red mana. Can't really get through a Yorion, that's the downside. Like, I have to stand pat here. But, depending on what those 3 cards in their hand are, I mean, I can Prismatic Ending. Well, I need to do it for 5 is the issue. There's a color and mana value. Okay, I wish. Is this Solitude now, or is this another Fury? Endurance, I don't care. Explosives for 4. And you had the land for it. Yeah. Alright. I know we got by an explosives, and I know they have the abundant growth, but I don't think wear tears are where we want to be. Yorion and the elementals themselves, while problematic, aren't necessarily path to exile worthy. So, not quite sold on that at the moment. So, kind of janky sideboarding, but I'm going to do it this way. It's not where we want to be. Like, I don't think blowing up their lands and making them unable to search are how we necessarily want to be playing it. But I don't think I want to be playing it. Well, the mulligan into oblivion, unfortunately. Metamorphose is good, because then I can do 2 things. So, I'll gamble on the Metamorphose here, versus holding up a Thought Scour for no value anyway. The Wildfires can also get the land that they place Abundant Growth on, if that's how they're going to play it. Monkey. Lovely. Well, I had to mulligan to Oblivion. Always great when you're staring down a monkey. Oh, not good, not good. Okay. So yeah, we just lost. Okay. I'm not playing against a monkey. I'm just not. Turn 1 monkey is turn 1 monkey. This is fine. Save 1 point of damage if I played the Islet. But it's fine. Devoted Druid. Bolt. Grist. Mildover Birds Paradise. This could be Yawgmoth's Hospital, that deck. Hmm. Gutshot consider. Cat. Turn off auto yields. I don't know what I yielded to because the cat stepped on my computer. Well, let's see what we got. I believe that's, well, just for good measure, I'll make sure that I cast a third spell. One. I guess I thought Scour on end step, so that probably was spell number 2. Well, I have endings, so that's fine. These are the only white sources in the deck. Okay. Hmm. They both draw you a card, so you can do one into the other, and then basically cast the Demi-Lich for free out of the graveyard. So let's top. Red, blue. Cast it. Cast this. Uh, bottom top. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Swear if I held on to my ending, yeah, I could get rid of the whatever the infinite combo piece will end up being. So you have a druid. Sure. This is just the Abzan infinite life gain, but you need a sack outlet. Okay, things can't have -1/-1 counters on them. So you do gain infinite life if you have a sack outlet. Right now you can't block flyers. So Let us consider. I'll say no to consider. Mill me to try to get a Phoenix. I did not. One, two, three, four. You have infinite mana. That's the only. And I guess in hindsight, I could have gut shot this so he doesn't have infinite mana. But again, I'd rather see this. Well, I guess you can make an infinitely large Lair of the Hydra, but I don't believe it has trample. That he can then give lifelink to in order to have infinite life, but like that's a lot of clicks. I'm not dead because I'd rather them go through the clicks. But that's why I say if they present a sack outlet, I'll concede. But if they want to go for the infinitely big Lair of the Hydra, no. You have to use your time to do that. And I'm going to make you do it. He's going to do it. Okay. I don't care how big you make it. I don't care how big you make it. Jylane and Adept W, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're letting our opponent do their thing. Because again, it doesn't matter to me how big you make that thing. There you go. I just wanted to make them use their time. Like, infinite combo is great, but you gotta use your time. I think I stick to the... Basically, I should have got shot the one thing, but You can't wear tear Heliod. I didn't save in time. It's fine. Sure. This isn't great, but we prismatic ending their turn 1 play or their turn 2 play. just to keep him off the infinite mana. Protection is gone. Zero remedies, sure. Vizier is gone. Now I'm gonna... Like, Amanda Horrifo's into Faithful Mending just to get 2 spells off. I'm not 100% certain if that's the way I want to do it. It allows me to cast a Demi-Lich, I suppose. Yeesh, 2 fetches. Well, we can. That doesn't mean I want to. The thing about these, spell decks, it's you gotta spin into multiples to make them good. Otherwise, I think they're just a little too slow. Yeah, we've kept them off their action for the first 3 turns, getting the Vizier, the Giver, the Devoted Druid. So the combo has been broken up for now. But to what end? It persists. But persisting that is not the end of the world. Because he can't block now. And it has a -1/-1 counter. Okay, that's fine, actually. Because it rebounds. Okay. It slows us down, that's for sure. But that's all it does. Druid. Hallowed Fountain. I somewhat misspoke last game. Yeah, that was our only fetchable white sources. We have that as a white source. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, spin the wheel on the donkey. Okay. Okay. Scour ourselves. Play land. Bolts away. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll take one of everything, please. Okay, I do have Ashiok's because I did side them in, but which would remove this Fiend Artisan, I suppose. But let's see. No. Yes. Somewhat annoying, but it's okay. Most modern decks don't run more than 4. Okay, well it had 4. Cool. Now we get the rebounded effect, which I can discard this Phoenix too. Thought Scour. And then hopefully just draw another spell, either off the Sunbaked Canyon or naturally. Well, or off the Faithless Salvaging. One or the other. Doesn't care about the Demi-Lich, how interesting. There's an... So we got the one Arclight in the yard. Thought Scour ourselves. There we go, Serum Visions. And a gut shot. Oh boy. Eh. Bottom top. We don't need to be fancy here. Endurance. So he's gonna try to endurance 1 away. Okay. Yep, no legal targets, I know. Because what are you gonna do? Block the Phoenix. Okay. I'm alright with that. Because how do you contend? The Demi-Liches, you know, one can get a bolt back. Depends on the other one. But again, what are the two cards in your hand? Because I can answer them. Potentially. Potentially. Ballista for 1. Okay. That's my infinite mana out. Okay. I can churn through my deck pretty fast. If I do that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Basically what I'd have to do, I still get that Phoenix back, but what I have to do is this, and then I can't cast the Prismatic Ending. Or I don't get the Phoenix back, sorry. Thought I did. My bad. Super duper, my bad. In my head, I calculated it where it's like, yeah, I needed to, I guess, hold on to the Consider, but I wanted to hold on to the Prismatic Ending, and then it all fell apart. Because welcome to my welcome to how my brain worked, but this game doesn't count for anything really, because we're out of the running for any sort of not trophy, but treasure chest. Yep, kind of a wasted bolt on my part. Could have easily pointed it at his face. But I wanted to see if he'd give us the trade. They did not. Okay. Yeah. Actually, well, it's too late now. That would have been 3, I guess, because that was the third. That was the third. That was the third. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, Barry. Barry brought me shoes. Yeah, he brought me shoes. You want to chew on the shoe again? You can keep chewing on the shoe, Barry. Yes. You want to talk to the cat? Yeah, Barry wants to talk to the cat. But the cat doesn't want to talk to Barry. I'll give him a bit of attention here in a minute. Before we try to maybe do another league. Although that's like the extent of my magic energy. Endurance, okay. I lose my faithful mending. Whatever. Into another demi-lich. Neat. Neat. I paid the white. Blue. That's all I need to pay. If I target the Fiend Artisan. No. And then Demi-Lich. I could have tapped a little bit better, but it's not a big deal. You know what? Mill yourself. Because I don't like you. Boop. And boop. Hopefully I clicked on the right thing twice. I didn't click on the right thing. Okay. Misclicks are fun. Oh, goody. Fiend Artisan. Awesome. Well, you might as well double block, by which I mean Fiend Artisan's an easy block there. And, oh, persist on out. Your thing, because... So yeah, that was, I mean, even so, the fates basically told you that who cares about your misclick? You were gonna lose anyway. That's the fates for you. The fates, the fates, the fates. Because Collected Company got them enough that it didn't matter. Did not matter. I'm gonna give the dog just a little bit of attention. So hold on while I give the dog like some attention. Because I'm a good dog owner. He's back to chasing his tail. So, alright. Tail chasing. Tail chasing. This makes the title kind of a misnomer, but it's alright. I do like the is it kind of spells decks. You feel like you're doing something, like accomplishing something. But I think we just had too many O2s to really, I can't say for certain. Like, I mean, Spike got a 3-2 with it, but that's Spike. No, remember, jumping on me. No. Oh, 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 oh. The puppy has me. Oh, oh, oh. It's like what toy do I let you chew on? Right now it's my pant leg. That's fine. It's not I mean, hey, we're one land away from Archon and yeah, Tron's Tron. I don't know why he's crying. Why are you crying? You have a moose. Yeah, you want your moose? It's a moose. A moose, yeah, a moose. Rawr, with the moose. Ignore the cat. I don't know if Karn is necessarily where we want to. I guess I do that because that at least makes the tower come in tapped, yeah. But of course they have Karn. Okay. Oh no, Ballista for 2. Whatever. I just gotta get that out of here. Ouch. Because otherwise they just sit there and gain life. Cat Jesus would be great, but we're not drawing Cat Jesus. Or at least not early enough. Oh, that was our one spell. We evoked it, but I didn't realize that was our one spell. Ay. Yeah, I guess I could have put Yorion in our hands, but what good is he gonna do? They have 7 mana. Yep, Karn is Karn. Battle Skull. Now I don't think it matters what we do. If they want to restart the game with the Battle Skull, then whatever. But the point is that we've lost. They landed a Karn. Don't quite understand the tick up side of things, but whatever. Whatever. No point playing that out. I don't see many of these having much of an effect. Hence why I'm just really thinning down the Stoneforge package. Even that I don't see doing anything. See, that's also, I think this is also going to be too slow, because even though I can do Vial, get the Vial set for 2, and it fades maybe 1 turn of Karn, it's not going to do anything. Well, I got to keep that. Oh, that turns off the Vial. I should have done the Vial then. Oh well. you trying to do? Quit digging at my feet. I'm trying to give you a toy to play with. Stimulate you. Stimulate the dog. I didn't mean that in a weird sexual way. As in, like, I'm trying to... Great. Well, there's one draw that would be great, and it's not that. So we've lost again. Or no, he can't activate the ability. So he has to still remove the Stony to wipe the board. Why are you chewing on my pants? There's better things to chew on than my pants. Yeah. Your toy. Yeah, it's a good toy. He wants to chew. If that makes the dog happy, then I'm happy for that. I just don't like, it's like, you want to give the dog all the attention in the world, and there's only so much you can do. Well, whatever artifact you tutor up, it has to remove the Stony Silence. So that's the conundrum. Okay, that hasn't entered the battlefield effect. I'll give you that. Mm-hmm. Good boy. Oh, I'm bored again. Okay. Just gonna kill the Esper. That's fine. I know. Your teeth, I guess, or something. Oh, that actually ends the game pretty quickly. Yeah, there goes all of our board. jumping. Oh yeah, Skyclave apparition. Ollie, go it. Need a thing, bloody Tron. Bloody Tron being able to do that. I mean, I mulliganed, so I went for trying to get the right cards on that one. Back to my pants. No matter how much I give you the toy, you go back to my pants. Toy. Eat the toy. Raising a puppy is not easy. Esper into probably Oath. This could set something. And then kind of see what for turn 3 and 4 brings us. If anywhere. Oh, there's a dude. I think that might be a little too late because they can just kill it. No, why would I block there? I wouldn't. I assume, being on one land, I assume that they're going to focus their removal on the Leonin Arbiter and not on the Esper Sentinel. If they have any. I'm still a ways off from Sun Titan. Which I should probably take out of this deck. Because when are you ever going to cast a Sun Titan unless you're already head and shoulders in front of your opponent? Let's see if he double blocks. targeted the Voldaran Epicure, because the writing was on the wall. No tap tap concede, just tap concede. My graveyard interaction is Stoneforgeable and then the Sanctifier in back, so I don't have a lot of graveyard hate. This is fine. It's not good. Like, it's not a fast hand, but, like, both will get us something. We just hope that it's something castable, like a Sanctifier in back. Otherwise, yeah, we're going to be staring down a Arcana Cruelty pretty quickly. That I can Solitude, so it's not an issue there, but... Well, that stinks. At least we know what those 3 cards were. He's having a tough time deciding what he wants to chew on. Do I want to chew on the toy? Do I want to chew on the stick? Putnam Burial Rites in his yard. That's an odd card to put in your yard. I mean, there's better ways of doing reanimation if that's the case. Yeah, so this is the Spike Grixis Reanimator deck that he performs pretty well with. Except it's got Dragon's Rage Channeler in it, which his does not. Ouch, kabibble. Well, I'm not doing anything, so sure. This has been a pretty awkward draw. Because it was 3 lands, well, 2 lands and an Aether Vial off the Oath of Nissa. And then we went Boseiju into Plains. So I think we've just gone runner, you know, land, ponder it. Ultimating Kaito is kind of nasty, but they only get one more tick up. And then Yorion anyway. So unless they can remove Yorion, we should be able to get damage in on Kaito. Should. Anything can happen. Ragavan. Epicure. Sure. You have to wonder if the deck should be playing Ephemerates. I mean, it's an 80 card deck. We just discard a land if they can bring the Archon back. Oh. It would have been nice to get Sanctifier in back, although I can't cast it, so what do I care? Off of the Oath and Isla. Oh, their whole graveyard is just eaten. We're up a game. That's why I'm not like freaking out here. Yep. Bo Seiju. Rising Canopy. I could just as easily exile Kaido, but let's not say we did. For the purposes of Kaito, he attacked. He's 1 mana off of Archon. That one will phase out, but draw him another card. The phase out is relevant because Skyclave can't do anything. Well, if he has the Archon in his hand, then this Boseiju is bad because I'd give them a land. I think I still run it out. I mean, I don't know why you'd make that trade, but I guess you're trading a 2 mana for a 5 mana. That's fine. Okay. I don't think draw discard is the end of the world. Yep. Another draw discard. Well, discard then draw, actually, but on that one. Okay. Okay, Barry. Barry. Fat Canopy. Batterskull, eh? Alright, well. Or non-basic land. Oh, I never realized it had that text on it. So it helps kind of shore up the Tron matchup. I never noticed that. That's on me. And maybe I don't remember. I'd have to rewatch that Tron matchup. I won't, but I would have to see if we had a Besage and could have blown up a Tron land to get them off Tron. Hell yeah. It's only bad if they have Archon in their hand, but I guess they didn't because they had 7 lands last turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, they had it. They had one in their hand. I have to sack it is the only downside, so I don't think I can recover. I have no card to discard. I just have to get rid of, yeah. Just wanted to get a dead fetch out. Fine. I guess I take one and just turn off fetches, because that's how we won game one anyway. I'm more inclined to have the Sentinel step in front of the Ragavan than anything else to keep this effect in play. Yep. To me, that's more important. Yippee! Land destruction. Hey Trent. We're only 1-1 right now. You know, can't complain. It's harder for me to monitor chat, as you can see, because I have to use the display feature on Magic Online. But, oops. Yeah, we're 1-1. Chugging along. Waiting for match number 3. Yorion, Death and Taxes. Logically, yeah, I should have, maybe stopped the stream and restarted it with a different title, but that's the kind of professional organization we have here. We just are like, you know what? The title says Is It Phoenix? And we were playing Is It Phoenix. But now, we're not. I don't know what kind of deck he's running, but I'd rather turn off his fetches. This is Oops All Spells, which typically is running the MDFC modal double face lands. Okay. Uh-huh. Don't worry, we have this game on. I'm just... They went for it. They needed a mana anyway to activate, which I guess they had. There's mana number 3. You give me a card. Okie dokie. 1-1 is the record. Charbelcher costs him 5. Yep. Lucky us. So, Teague, Knight, maybe Paladin class? Not that it's that good, but I could see that effect being halfway decent for us. But it's not efficient, so I think it would... I'm not going to run it, because... I mean, of the cards that we saw them cast on our end step, that would make them... The effect of Paladin class make them cost 1 more. I don't think it was worth it, so we're fine. We're fine. For the spells decks, yeah, Calm is really good. So this is Death and Taxes in Modern. Thinking. Yeah, so they have a thing. Same idea. If I was playing the black mana, then I could probably throw a Comball in there. But there's no point in playing a D&T deck with black mana. So they rearrange. Reveal the top of cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land. Put that card on the battlefield and put the rest on the bottom in any order. So they, yeah, they rearranged their whole library. So depending on how they rearrange, they have to have an answer for the Stony. Otherwise, they rearrange their whole library. Magic Online. I mean, Magic Online's archaic, so if you're playing a gaming computer or something, I mean, there's all sorts of reasons why Magic Online will not work. It also, for like, I know it was, I think 2004 or 5 when Magic Online came online, for lack of a better word. But like Google Chrome, it eats a ton of your RAM sometimes. It can just drag you down. Thankfully, I have a new modem. But the new modem just makes it so that we're now, 2 hours in and still going. Ugh. Yes, your whole library was rearranged. Bottom. I don't think I need a... Mystic I wasn't going to cast anyway. Well, blowing up the land is fun, but blowing up the land doesn't do anything. So... Most Charbelcher decks have one basic, which they, I guess, revealed. I mean, they revealed their whole library to us, for the most part. I'll still take the Mystic. Excuse me. It's like I could Ghost Quarter and just start strip mining them, but that doesn't really help us. I don't think. We got Blood Moons. Iron Craig Feet. Is it just me, or... So they can pack to the Titan. Okay. But pack to the Titan doesn't scare me. It's just a 4/4. Unless you're, like, storming and copying it a bunch of times. Um... Just in terms of what was revealed, so 55 cards revealed, basically their whole deck again. I don't see any artifact hate, so I don't know how you get around the Stony Silence, is my question. Just based on what I see out of their deck. Yeah. 2-1. Up the leaderboard. Legion Jylane. Can we get the next two? Oh, while I entertain and play with the puppy as best as I can. Puppies, guys, they're hard. And know that this was not my decision. I already have the cat, and the cat is the namesake of the channel. You know, for those that follow on Facebook, you can see that photo. So you know he's the namesake of the channel. You know he exists. But he's a cat. He's easy. Yeah, he jumps on the keyboard every so often. But I don't need to play with him. He uses a litter box, so I don't need to take him outside. The dog was the missus' idea, not mine. But sometimes you let them get what they want. Because otherwise, what's the alternative? Divorce or something much worse? Cool. It's only a slightly greedy keep. In hopes that I peel land here. Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, I mean, Esper Sentinel's good, but Esper Sentinel isn't better than this Plains that I need right now. Otherwise, yes, it absolutely is better than a Plains. Sure. I'm not gonna Solitude just yet. Yawgmoth is this is the Yawgmoth Hospital deck, and Yawgmoth is who we have to kind of Solitude, but they get value off of it, which is the downside. I can Solitude while he's on the stack too. So if their next play is Yawgmoth, I can leave him on the stack. Solitude. But the real better play is when we get this guy up to 3. I can then vial in the Flicker Wisp to get 2 Solitude triggers. That would be really good. Fancy plays. That's why you watch this channel. Not really, because I tend to punt more than I make fancy plays. Went to the Sacramento Kings game last night. First time I've been in that stadium for basketball. I've been in Golden One Center for like concerts, but I've never been in Golden One for, um, you know. Look at that display. Woo! I know the Hunter Burton Memorial is like this weekend, and that's in like Hurst, Texas, or something. I don't know where Hurst, Texas is, but I know that Aspiring Spike was saying that he would be that it's like the other side of town. Whatever. I mean, here's Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington. Everything that feeds into it. I yielded, so they lost connection or walked away, I guess. Or double queued. Which that's if you're playing this Yawgmoth Hospital deck, I don't recommend double queuing. Requires quite a few clicks when you start to go off. It's there it is, Yawgmoth. So Yawgmoth is the number 5, I guess, ish deck out here, but Yawgmoth, Duran Physician, and you got your Strangleroot guys, your Young Wolves, and because they have Undying, you just sacrifice them, pay 1 life, sacrifice, put a -1, -1. So you can kill something, bring it back, kill another thing to put a -1, because then you can infinitely kill them. But you need to have the right cards in play to do that. Whether it's Geralf's Messenger or the like 2 of these Undying Creatures, and then if you have the Blood Artist in play, you're draining your opponent at the same time, or Essence Warden, you're gaining life, so it's net 0. Net neutral is what I was going to say, but you don't lose any life off your sacrifice triggers. Surprised it plays Necromancer. I mean, that's one way to get around combo. And yeah, Blink is now a popular deck. I played against it with the Phoenix, and that was the one win I got with Phoenix. Was actually this one, and this is a surprisingly bad matchup, and yet we won. But it's where effectively you just are playing all the elementals in Ephemerate. So it's like, I elemental you on turn 1, Ephemerate. Oh, how are you going to deal with this? Which, if that's if that's what you're banking on, then yeah. Something like, pardon me, something like a Solitude or a Fury or a Grief, you just can lightning bolt it away. I think Subtlety is also a 3/3, but it's a 4/4 flyer or a 4 mana flyer. Endurance is the 3/4, but this is black white, so it's just Solitudes and Griefs, and it's really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. But what was interesting is, at least the build for that Phoenix deck is the way it's drawn up. When they try to do certain things, like basically they only play 2 basics. So if you play if, uh, in the board, we have 4 Cleansing Wildfires, and you just strip mine them. You keep them off lands as long as you can. Because they were playing the MDFCs. Now that was a variation of this deck, mind you, but not that exact deck. Let's be honest. Goblins is still doing strong. Dredge is an old love of mine. I am curious about the Saheeli combo. It's just, again, my issue with Modern being these Ragavan's. The Fury is the Solitudes. Teferi Time Raveler. I mean, I go and put this. I mean, you can already see that's $246, but Okay, it's cheaper online, but it's still 225. 128 for the Furies. 207 for the Solitudes. Which I bought into the Solitudes. I gave in. Oh, we lost connection. Or no, that's 2 hours. What am I talking about? I thought that was 2 seconds. They must have lost connection. It gave them a whole minute back. That's got to count for something. They didn't say anything in the chat. Had the game long open, but that's just because of, wait and see. Tomb. Yogg. Okay, yeah. So they got Yogg. These are dead cards. I would much have preferred the land. Anyway. Cast by exiling a white card. Yes. Make sure everything goes according to plan here. By targeting that one. And then Flicker Wisp. I forced the issue, so they have to start popping off now. Alright. And that's not the end of the world. I see what they're doing. Yeah. You go infinite with those two, but you gotta draw something still. Because now you're just dealing damage to yourself, and I have a 3/1 flyer. Like, you're not putting the counter on the floor. There you go. Okay. They drew what they wanted to draw. Which was maybe land Yawgmoth. And then discard your hand. I have no idea. Or maybe it's 2 more enablers of some sort. But they drew a big chunk of their deck. Sure. good. It's not great. As things stand, I pretty much have to make a I may just have to make a chump block on the scoos because it's scoos. They only have one creature. I only have one creature, so you can make the scoos a 5. That's 8. Oh, and then that kills me. Okay, well, hey, it was a gamble. And it didn't pay off, but not much is going to pay off. I mean, I feel pretty good about. I mean, that's nice. If only I had a second land. And this is largely a creature matchup, so I don't think they're gonna like Thoughtseize or Fatal Push to give us a card. I don't think we can play that greedily. Yeah. It is what it is. Okay, done. Suppose I could have. But I don't think wasting a Solitude on a is where we want to be. If only I drew a land. Well, Grist is a planeswalker. He's not a creature. Alright. Well, Normally, I don't get manhandled this badly by a. Hmm. I mean, they're that determined, which is always a scary thing. Oh, and if I ghost coded in response. I see. Sure. Cool. Whatever. Solitude goes away. Oh, okay. Ugh. Oh well, 80 card decks when you're stuck on 2 lands. There it is. 3 down. 3 down. Just, I mean, you never know. You could draw the third land just with not with Yorion, excuse me, but just inherently. And the whole point of keeping that hand was just you can shut down fetch land effects, but they had the ignoble hierarch, and the 2 lands they had off the bat weren't fetch lands. I see. Traditionally, Dredge is who runs Gemstone Mire. Mine, not Mire. Bloodstain Mire, Gemstone Mine. It becomes Gemstone Mire. Yep, it's Dredge. They'll effectively get 1 Dredge if they haven't a Cathartic or the Thrilling Discovery. Yeah, so they get 1 Dredge. I mean, this is a big one, don't get me wrong. But you can only draw so many of those. and then I can chew them up as best as I can. Okay. He discarded the Creeping Chill. He didn't get the Creeping Chill. Dredge 2 with the Dark Blast. Narcomoeba, okay. There must have been another Dredger that I didn't see in there. I only saw the Dark Blast. Oh, he had 2 Dark Blasts, okay. Cathartic, Dredge, 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 Dredge. Yeah. Lots of triggers. Hoppa, hoppa, hoppa. I mean, that's the only piece of mainboard graveyard hate we have. I read it right, but I'm not fast enough. Now it just boils down to things like Solitude as we get swamped by a board of prized amalgams and Silver Smoke Ghoul. The triggers happen. No denying that. Okay. I basically just need to hold up enough mana to activate the Stoneforge. Stinkweed. Yep. 2/3. You attack me. Sure. Six, 9. Nine's not dead. Especially when you gain 4. Take the amalgam. if this wasn't green, that would be good. That would be a lot better. But alright. Well, actually, yeah. That's all well and good. Okay. One of those. We've seen all the chills. He can't hit a chill. Oh, there's a Conflagrate. Okay. Yep, discard your hand. Conflagrate. I see it. Do you see it? That's the question. Of course you see it. I mean, we bought us a turn, is all I did. Oh, oh. I hate to go down against Dredge. I mean, I'll go down if I have to. I just hate to go down against Dredge. They had it. You get the Dark Blast back, but you have to have the land already to pay for the tax on it. Which you have. Lovely. Oh yeah, that happens alright. Uh-huh. Sure. Doesn't matter, but digging for land. Got it. So again, you dredge your Dark Blast back to your hand. Two. Get my Lion Sash, which they can destroy because they have the Ancient Grudge, but that's the play. I mean, what more can I do? Especially in this scenario. Two Ancient Grudges of that. A Chihuahua. Thrilling Discovery, yep. Deposit. Deposit. There's no real point. You got 3 Stinkweed Imps, I can only get 1. Part of me says, well, I'll just get the Silver Smoke Ghoul then, because that's what you're actually going to get value off of. Before letting it go down. So, I don't have a play. Like, this is the play. I don't have one. I do that, yes, you Ancient Grudge it. Or you Dark Blast it, whatever. But that's all I can do. And then I just... Dredge is sneaky like that. Dredge can sneak up and take a meta. If you're not prepared, and we aren't prepared. We got 80 cards. They destroy the artifact with the Ancient Grudge is the downside. There's really not much we can do. I mean, I could have put Yorion in my hand in hopes that I'd draw the land to cast him next turn. And perhaps that's the correct line, but when it comes to lions, or at least as lions go, I decided, okay, I can play the Batterskull, force out the Ancient Grudge that I know is sitting right there. Oh, but there's an Ox just sitting right there, so they could dredge their whole deck down if they really wanted to. Seems like a bit much, but okay. That's what I mean by they're in total control. Because, I mean, Ancient Grudge now comes out, and then it doesn't matter. You Ox of Agonis or whatever bullshit you're hanging on to. And hey, I love the dredge decks. Like, that's not a problem. I'm just stating that it's like, annoying. I don't think Cauldron Complete. I mean, it exiles if you block, but again, we know that there's an Ox. There is still an Ancient Grudge. Um, how did they get Batterskull? Out of curiosity. Put the triggered ability, cast Ancient Grudge from the graveyard target. Oh, they had two. I didn't see the second one. I think he's just opposed to Oxing in the sense that he's afraid to deck himself. But there's one. Okay. Unless this is just like fair magic and like I'm gonna beat you. Okay. I mean, a 1/1 that I can block versus a 1/1 I can't block is an equitable trade. I guess because they gain their life and they're gonna get the silver smoke now, they're willing to. Okay. Because I was wondering, like, they were probably just playing with us, as in playing with your food. It's like, oh, I have this, and we'll see if we can just beat him with Narcomoebas. Ha 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 ha. What? We can't? Okay. Like, he's making it more of a game than it needs to be. So now it's like, yeah, now we'll just crack you over the skull with my dredgy dredge. If only I could mill him. I absolutely would if I could. Nope, not gonna do enough damage and not gonna do enough damage, so who cares? I would go out on my own terms, but where's the fun in that? And I can just draw a card and see what's on the top of my library and lose. I can concede. And yeah, we got close. It's just Dredge, man. It like I say, Dredge can sneak up on you and bite you in the ass if you let it. Because, if you're unprepared, that's what it'll do. That is what it will do. It happens. Um, Yawgmoth is a good card, and I recommend buying the swords because I just will say that when it comes to owning like one of each one, it's an investment, but it's an investment that you can then use in whatever deck you're trying to run. I mean, I have Boros Equipment Commander, so that's why I have them, but I generally have been running them in Modern more often than I have been running them in Commander. Because you want to play a fun game. You don't want it to sit there and be like, oh, well, I'm playing five sword commander, so I'll always have one creature with protection against your deck, and it's just a rule zero sort of thing. At least the people I play with, you're not going to go out with the CEDH deck on our Thursday night EDH and be like, yeah, I just beat you in in 3 turns. That's no fun. But yeah, welcome to Dredge for you. But all right, uh, I am going to deal with the puppy, and while I may stay online, I will end the stream here, because I might just do a couple rounds. I can't really go anywhere when I have when you're watching the puppy, even though I have things that I need to do. But yeah. So anyway, catch you guys next time. Uh, since I'm largely on puppy duty, it'll probably just be tomorrow. Same time, same place. Got nothing better to do. At least until the spouse comes home. But we'll see. We'll see. But all right, thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for viewing. I know I went 3 hours and it's all live and all that jazz. Um, I will be recording some audio later today, but I don't think I have to be live to do that. So anyway, if I do go live later today, that's why I won't be playing Magic. I'll just be talking about hockey and kind of the fandom of hockey and the history of hockey, one particular minor league AHL team. So you're welcome to listen to that later today, but just know that that's the context. And oops if it's live. But all right, I'll catch you guys next time. Pleasure talking with you as always, Trent. Thanks for stopping by. And like I say, I'll try to be on tomorrow because